Hi, everybody, and welcome to the show as we take a look back at the big victory over the Washington Huskies. A lot to talk about. It's a good thing we have a lot of time in our hands here to talk about it. Also, take a look at what is in store next week for the Ducks with Arizona State coming to Autzen Stadium, and have some special features for you as well. Coach, this was an interesting game in a lot of regards. A big plays, I guess, is what most people will remember from this game. Offensively, Akili Smith, Tony Hartley were just on the same page. I mean, they had a terrific day. Your offensive line did a great job of blocking, and your defense came up with big stops at the right time.
Absolutely. I think that Akili Smith threw the ball very, very well. That was sort of a great comeback game for him after, I would say, a subpar performance against Arizona. But give great credit to our offensive line. They blocked so well. He had a lot of time to see the field. Tony Hartley found a way to get open almost every time, whether it was deep underneath or whatever. I thought it was a game of big plays, too, and exciting finishes. Josh Bidwell made some big plays, a couple of punts down inside the 10-yard line, one at the 1-yard line, kicked some rockets that really helped us field position-wise. I thought overall our defense played very well. We had a couple of big plays that we gave up, and give credit to Washington. I thought Brock Heward threw the ball and gave us guys a chance to catch the ball very well. A couple plays at the end, obviously, made it very, very interesting. We were trying to run out the clock of a young tailback in Herman Oching, who was a great player, but made a little bit of a mistake there that kept them in the game. He came back and got the first down that iced the game for us, which I thought was very, very important, not just for him and his development, but for us as a football team.
First quarter, both teams kind of feeling each other out. The defense is doing a nice job. What was it that you thought you could attack? Because obviously throwing the ball for 442 yards, you had quite a lot of success doing it.
Well, we felt like that, you know, they have a young secondary, not a lot of experience there, and they had given up some yards, and we felt if we could get the time to throw down the field, that's what we wanted to do. They play an 8-man front. They're leading the conference in sacks, very good sack team, so we knew we had to protect first. We utilized a lot of forms of protection, some that were almost like a max protect with backs, tight ends, and linemen in, 1- and 2 receiver routes at times, and we were very fortunate. 1, Akili had great time to see the field. 2, he was on fire. And 3, Tony Hartley was on the receiving end of a lot of those.
Once again, your defense held an opponent under 100 yards rushing, and again, quite a difference from a week ago when Arizona had success, although they're a good running football team. That making Washington one-dimensional, that you knew they had to throw it, and when Tuiasosopo came in the game, you seemed to know what he was going to do as well.
Right. Our defense, I think, had a great game plan. They did a nice job of figuring out what sets, what plays were coming from what sets and what formation groups, personnel groups. I think the other thing, we did take away the run. That was very, very important because they spread you out so much, the run can be very dangerous. Now, they're not a 2-back attack or a 3-back attack like Arizona was, so it was obvious it was a little bit better, but I was really pleased with our defensive line and linebackers because they're the ones that get caught in between trying to rush the passer, trying to play draw and screen and the trap and the inside zone. I thought they did a really good job of keeping Brock Heward in the pocket, forcing him up in the pocket. We had great coverage down the field many, many times. A lot of those sacks were coverage sacks where he had no place to go. The coverage caused him to hold the ball, tuck it down, and come up inside where we could get at him. And I was really pleased. Overall, I thought that we played. We had a couple of breakdowns, but again, they were pretty good passes. And, you know, when they throw the ball that many times and they have good receivers, you're going to give up some things down the field. But I thought our kids tackled well, played hard the entire game, and I was very pleased.
And it keeps your team in the running for what I know the goals are. You win in November. That's when these bowl bids go on the line is in November, and you continue your success. Your teams are now 9-1 in the month of November.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that. Our November record is something we're very proud of, something obviously that keeps us in the bowl running, something keeps us in the league situation, and all those things are important, and it's one step at a time. It really is. I mean, we've taken the 7th step now. We just have to take the next step. I don't know where that gets us. I don't know where we're going at this point. And I'm not sure we need to go other than just focus on what we're doing, get better. We're going to get a couple people back this week. I hope. We lost John Harris, I think, to a knee injury, which is unfortunate. Great freshman player playing on special teams. But I think we're going to get Marco Aguirre back at left tackle and possibly Kevin Parker. I don't know if he's going to be ready, but he wants to. And that should help us. That should help solidify that line a little bit.
All right, Autzen Stadium. Capacity crowd, 46,031, the 6th largest crowd in Autzen Stadium history. Overcast skies, we had rain. It was a little breezy, not ideal conditions for the passing game, although there were a lot of balls thrown. The defense has set the tone early.
Great job here by Aaron Chevron, and again, he's allowed to scrape untouched to the hole. He and Vandy right there combine on this tackle. Really nice job. Great. I want to kudos to the crowd again. They're awesome. There's magic in Autzen Stadium, as I've said many times, and part of it's our kids and part of it's the crowd and just the whole thing going. Nice defense there by Rashad Bowman coming underneath. One of the things that you have to be guard against in the quick passing series is a lot of the little stuff that they can take and get outside. They did a nice job early, but Michael Fletcher, great tackle coming up, unassisted tackle right there. And we stopped the running game inside early. That's so important because then you can focus. If you make them one-dimensional, we don't have to worry about the run-pass situations. Make them in pass situations so we can get. Great job there, Masai Hamish on the deflected pass, pressuring the pocket. Also a kid who played in Washington, played up at Walla Walla, the junior college. And a lot of our kids really get up for this game. Nice throw. JC teammates there. Donald Haynes from Akili Smith. Great protection. You see, again, play fake to Herman Ho Ching. Good blocking up front. Akili can set his feet, look down the field. Nice job of protection. Throws us right on the money. Donald beats their guys deep. There's no safety in the middle of the field. And again, off to the races.
Now, sometimes quarterbacks get in a groove, and Akili seemed to be in the groove. Everything was in stride to the players he was throwing it to.
Yeah, he's got a comfort zone. Here's Herman Ho Ching, maybe his first carry of the day, I think. And again, like to see him hit it up in there. That was awesome for him. I think he tested the knee, said, yeah, it's okay, it works. And obviously, he made some key plays later. And nice job here. Great block. You don't see it by Tony Hartline. He just came back and cracked back on the safety. Did an awesome job. And Herman almost kept his feet there, and that was pretty awesome coming back. Unfortunately, we have to settle for a field goal. Nathan continues at this point to be Mr. Perfect, and we get an early lead.
Yeah, that was his 14th consecutive field goal, breaking his own school record. So the field goal gives the Ducks the lead. Here come the Huskies. They try to get back in it, going deep.
Yeah, this is a great play. Rashad Bowman right with him, reaches in, strips the ball out with his right hand. Awesome play. Their receivers have good speed, especially guys on the outside. Nice job there. Garrett Sable coming off the edge. Terry Miller inside. You can see this is a running play. Good job. Terry splits him inside. Garrett comes off the edge, closes it down. Tackles Willie Hurst for no gain.
So the Huskies faced with a 3rd and 9. Last play of the first quarter. Jawarren Hooker, his only reception of the day. And so the Huskies will be faced with a 4th and 1 at the Oregon 28-yard line when we come back for the second quarter highlights. A key moment in the game. The Huskies driving, trying to tie the game or maybe take the lead, and we'll have the second quarter highlights when we come back. Very big play to start the second quarter defensively, and then it results in some offensive momentum as well as we pick things up. Remember, Washington with a 4th and 1 in Oregon territory. They disdain a long field goal attempt, and they go with a reverse off the option.
Yeah, great job there. Garrett Sable coming off the edge. Terry Miller, Saul Patu and Aaron Chevron combined here. Again, we're playing the option both ways. We had a guy crashing down and our ends looping out, so we had good contain here. Scary play anytime you run the option, get the reverse because you get flow going one way, and we thought with Tuiasosopo in the game that the option would be, something they would try. Nice job by Akili stepping up in the pocket. Nice job by Tony running a crossing route, settling down, recognizing the zone, and Akili finds him. This is off movement again, trying to move the pocket a little bit. Real nice protection. Akili's able to step up, gather himself, set his feet, and a great job by Tony, as I said, reading the coverage, settling down in the zone, and then getting yards after the catch.
So big first down for the Ducks on a 3rd and 11 conversion.
Nice job by Herman, bounces this outside, showed some power. I don't think he's back up to full speed. I don't think he's in football shape, but he is a great running back. Here's Akili, nice job on the option. Sort of stumbled, he probably would have got some more, just got tripped up there a little bit. Nice job here. We felt we could get this. They bring pressure, we get one-on-one, Tony to the corner route, touchdown.
From the 30-yard line, so the Ducks get their first touchdown of the day.
Again, this is movement. Nice job by Jerry Brown blocking on the outside. Akili's got a lot of time. One-on-one coverage in the secondary, and Tony beats his man to the corner.
Perfect ball, right on the money, in stride, touchdown. Akili's 20th touchdown in his career. The extra point is good. 10-0 Ducks over the Huskies early in the second quarter.
But there are more fireworks to come.
There are some interesting things yet to happen. One of them, this sequence.
Yeah, it's just a back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Here we go. Great play. B-Mac, Brandon McLemore playing free safety. Ball's thrown up. He out-duels the wide receiver for the football. You see again, they're going deep. And then we knew that, again, Brock Hewitt throws a very nice deep ball. He does a nice job here, and B-Mac plays this very, very well. Has position over the top, goes up high and gets the ball, lands on his tailbone. Could hardly walk coming off the field. I said, you can't limp after that play. So real nice job here. Trap play back to our fullback, Chris Young. One of his few carries a year, but real nice one. And again, you can see this. We're trying to pull the off tackle. Don't get it. There's a big hole there anyway, though, because they dog out of that area. And Chris picks it up. Nice job here reading the block down the field. Good power running.
So the back-to-back TOs will come up momentarily, but we want to show you this punt right here. Wow.
Yeah. Josh got all of this one. Was this a 69-yarder?
69-yarder, that's his career best.
Goes in, didn't even handle it. Again, comes to rest inside the 10-yard line. The net punting game was awesome. Josh, I don't think they returned one, or if they did, they got no yards.
2 yards the entire day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great job. Here we go again. Boy, this was a stop-and-go route where Rashad actually bid on the underneath pylon a little bit. Just showed great acceleration to come back on the ball. You can see the little pump there. He bid on that, came up, the receiver had a couple steps on him. He recovered, not only recovered, but you can see him lay out there and just accelerate to the football. Great catch, landed on the ball, couldn't hardly breathe there for a second, but awesome play. Unfortunately, yeah, as we say, this is where I remember that. Come back, nice job, Tony Hartley. Unfortunately, Tony is hit hard twice, can't secure the football, and we give it right back. It was a nice completion. We gained a little bit of field position on that, not as much as we'd like. And again, they come back at Rashad. Great catch by the receiver. He's right there, but cannot make the play. There's a deep comeback on the outside. Real nice throw and catch again, working the other side of the field. And the receiver had turned in and then broke back outside. Tough route to cover. Great job, though, coming up. I think that's Dietrich Moore at the bottom of the pile. No, it was actually Chris Vanderbilt at the bottom of the pile. And again, coming back, you see this, there's nowhere to go. Vandy comes off the edge. Great job of scraping, and a host of other Ducks help out.
Unfortunately, moments later, on a 3rd and 12 play, the Huskies convert Gerald Harris with the touchdown.
Yeah, and a perfect pass. E-Dub was right there in coverage. Ball just thrown over his reach, and very good play. I have to give them credit for good execution.
This is a big play in the football game. It changed a lot of things that happened subsequently to the missed extra point. 10-6, Oregon with the lead. The kicking game, Nathan, of course, banged home a couple of field goals, and that helped make the difference.
Yeah, and it did change it because they went for 2 later on, didn't get it, and it created some number of concerns for us. We thought about going for 2 one time, then decided not to. Come back, hit Jed Weaver here. We'd gone up the middle, and Jed likes to run over people, does a great job that way. This just a little crossing route down the field with he and the wide receiver. Play fake again, up inside. Not sure what that was almost dancing, a split by Stephon DeVries showing his flexibility or the lack thereof. I'm not sure what that was. I'll have to get him for that one.
28-yard gain after a loss of 3. This is 2nd down and 13.
Real nice job by Keeley. Finds, and that is Donald Haynes' first touchdown as a Duck. You can tell he's so excited. Everybody else is excited for him. That was meant to go backside. Keeley came out, great protection again. Took a little quick peek, came out. See his eyes go backside first, and he comes back across middle, sees the void there. Great protection. Hits Donald, splitting the safeties, and Donald again in the end zone. Really happy for him. He's come on and on. Just gotten better and better over the course of the year.
So Donald Haynes into the end zone for the first time, and with the point after here, the Ducks extend their lead 17-6. The Huskies have one final possession coming up in the first half with 2:14 left on the clock, and you changed your defense a little bit here, and they were able to throw some underneath routes and get some field position.
Well, we didn't change. Actually, a couple times. This play right here, our D-line was playing some games and actually ran into each other and took themselves out, and it was unbelievable. It was one time that we really didn't maintain our containment lanes and that type of thing. And they did a nice job of working the sideline. Unfortunate penalty right there, Tamani Joyner. We have the face mask, and that's a 15-yarder, which is big. We helped them a little bit too much here. A couple of plays. Now, I'm not sure what this why this was called this way. They kept the clock running, and I'm still not sure.
Forward progress,
but he didn't get tackled, just went out of bounds. I like the call myself. Here, unfortunately, is a big play in the game. A very bad holding call. I'm not trying to get on the officials, but it was very blatant, and they generated points off of it, which always bothers you. Great job defending there by Justin Wilcox on the 2-point attempt.
So that makes a big difference. Instead of 17-14, it's 17-12. So now the Huskies, need to have a touchdown to take the lead, and they never will gain the lead in this football game. When we come back, we will have the third quarter highlights. Ducks and Huskies from Autzen Stadium. All right, here we go into the exciting fourth quarter. It's a case of example to never leave the stadium until the game is completely over.
It's never over till it's over, so to speak. Well, great job on the option there. One of the things, when they put Marcus Tuiasosopo in the game, he's a very good running quarterback, maybe one of the best in the conference. And we knew we needed to really have a lot of help. Great support inside out from our safeties, outside with our outside linebacker, Dietrich Moore, and we did a great job of shutting down their option. Ooh, nice job here. Rashad Bowman reads the screen very well. He's right there. It's the inside screen, jailbreak screen, a lot of people call it, but the only thing that got broken there was the play. So Rashad came in. He's not a big guy, but he packs a pretty good punch.
Yeah, good timing there. Kind of like the old Marcus Woods belly bump, huh, against BYU.
Big play here. Tony Hartley, not the fastest receiver that we have, but one of the best at running with the football and making plays. It's a comeback route off of play action. He does a great job of separating from the DB. Pass is thrown on time with velocity, gets there, allows him to make the move. DB slips a little bit, and Tony is off to the races a little bit. Really nice job. Protects the football, shifts it to his outside hand, fights off, and again just keeps going. And
a great pickup block on that play by Herman Ho Ching, picking up Lester Towns, who was blitzing.
Our protection all day long was extremely good. Here come right back to Tony. Play action. This was a crossing route. He and the outside receiver both were open, but if I had a choice, I'd probably throw to Tony too on this day. So again, great protection up inside. You can see we're matching up real well there. Great job by Herman again on here, helping on the guard inside. And again, perfect throw and catch right at the end zone.
I mean, this is the kind of a drive we have seen a lot of this season. 63 yards in only 3 plays, the quick striking capability.
Yeah, and again, it comes from protection and Achilles' comfort zone throwing the football. And he does throw the ball down the field as well as any quarterback we've ever had.
Well, now you've got a 2-possession lead, basically. They have to score twice if they want to take the lead. Again, good coverage, and you see about 5-6 Ducks right there.
Great coverage. I don't know who they gave that sack to. They had to give it to one of the secondary guys, so because great coverage. He kept looking, just had to come up in the pocket. Real nice job here again. Great time here. If you have that much time, receivers should and will get open. Achilles probably could have run this, but as it ended up, just as well, find Tony Hartley somewhere down the field. Real nice job right there by Lee Gundy, right in your face. Just great one-on-one protection. Tony coming across the middle late. Again, gets yards after the catch, too. Protect that football and get down.
29-yard pickup. Ball now at the Husky 37.
Option pass, we fake the option, come back again. They covered the deep guy. We come back to our secondary receiver in Tony Hartley, and works very, very well. Great protection. Danny Polito blocking the line of scrimmage there. Everybody else on their men. And at this point, we had a little momentum going again. We're feeling good about what we're doing, have them off balance a little bit, and Tony's real hot.
The drive stalls, and this becomes a very important field goal here. Everybody's kind of blowing that ball, blowing the ball, and it goes over by about 1.5 yards.
You might have been blown. I was not breathing. I was just holding my breath. So again, but it got there, and it was obviously some important points.
Indeed. Now it's a 27-15, which means Washington needs 2 touchdowns to go ahead. Great job here.
Anthony Martin and I'm not sure, is that Saul Patu or who that was, combined on the sack. Good pressure up inside. Leia Sualua. Just keep pushing, get the hand up. There's Anthony coming off the edge and the backside.